Hi guys, this is Thunder E for Bored at Work and Board Gamers, and welcome to our review of Ryse, Son of Rome. Now, this is a graphically intensive game that looks fantastic in a lot of areas and also doesn't look that great in some, which is very indicative, of course, of a launch title. But this game looks very good, and it's better than most I've seen out there. And I really like some of the detail they've put into the game. As we see, we're cutting through the forest here, as you know, the main character protagonist here just battles through. Well, one of the things about the game that I've heard a lot of complaints is that it can be repetitive and the fight sequences can be a lot of button mashing. I will tell you firsthand, the game is fun. It's fun to play. It has a lot of repetitive aspects to it, but you can also build up experience points on the character and do different things to develop new skill sets. But the problem I think a lot of people face is the skill sets don't feel like you're doing new button moves, so basically you still tap the same buttons to get different set of skill sets. So just looking at the expanse here, you can see how well this game looks just as you pan around, and I think Crytek did a good job. I really love to see how this game moves to a second version or second edition of the game, just to give you an idea of how well this game second Ryse 2 would really look. But the combat system is nice. You do have a lot of parrying and blocking, and you know, this is a nice starting point there. It's a shame that they didn't really move too much with it, but it still is nice, and there are a couple cool features with slow motion that hopefully I'll show you in this video as soon as I get rid of that guy. So, you know, the main thing you have to realize, you have to block a lot to actually save yourself from impending death. Now, as I mentioned, there is a upgrade system, and you can upgrade your skills. So you can go in, pause, and upgrade things like your health, your focus, your gain, your combat, and more things open up as you get more points within the game. And it's the points, of course, is from killing enemies, not necessarily you picking up any gold or anything like that. Even though it says, it kind of shows coins there, but it comes from you actually battling through the game and defeating more and more people as you go through. And you can purchase that with gold or silver, of course, or valor. Valor is usually what I use to purchase most of my points as we go through the system there. So one thing is the load screen. This also can be quite long, so that's one thing hopefully they change or they improve. You can just see how graphically it looks so detailed. The grass sticking out, the shaded area is really nice. And the other thing I mentioned was the slow-mo, and this is one of the cool things here. I can chop that guy's hand off, stab him in the chest, and hit him off with my shield. And there's a lot of that you find within the game where you can do all that, and it's quite easy. By just tapping and holding down the right trigger, you get to perform those kind of sequences, which is pretty cool. You also have another sequence where you smash your shield on the ground, tapping RB, and you can basically stun everyone and kind of go into this rapid fire mode of attacking your enemies. But you have to be patient in this game, and you have to block. This is not one of those where you just run around and jump in and fight. You have to always use your A button to block. I believe it's A constantly, because you will be surrounded by many barbarians. And again, here's another sequence there. It's really cool how it zooms in. Although it's not realistic, everybody just stands around and watches you do that. But it's really cool that you can actually just kind of freeze time almost and jump in and, like, you know, decide where to attack your enemy in each different part. So that's something that I think is a nice feature in the feature set in the game that they've done very well. Now, this is the regular review you're watching on Bored at Work, or you're watching also the extended version on Board Gamers. And again, more of that slow motion sequence, and graphically it looks great as it zooms into that aspect. Now, the game has a lot of different worlds and arenas. One thing I will mention is the game is kind of short. So that is something that I already had reached a third of the game in about an hour or so, and 2/3 of the game, I mean about almost halfway through in about 2 hours. So I think the game's about 4 hours long in total, and that's something that's quite a bummer. But you do have different locales and sceneries, and you know, the effects, again, like I said, they vary from time to time, and we can see the grassy area looks so rich and so full. And this is a little bland, but there's some areas within the stage even itself that looks so dynamic. So it's something I hope to see Crytek polishes out as the gets better development with the Xbox One. Again, you can see the sequence here with two guys. I'm doing, you know, that cut motion sequence there. and it's really cool to do this. You get the ability to kind of just go through people left and right and battle them. So those are my thoughts for Ryse, Son of Rome. I think it's a solid game. I like it. It's fun. It's not as repetitive as most people say. I think it's a game that people will enjoy. I would love to see more. I'd love to see a sequel of this game because the story elements too are very nice. I'm not mentioning any because I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but you can definitely check it out yourself. But I will leave you here with this review. If you're on Booredatwork or Board Gamers, this is the review. On Board Gamers, you are going to get the extended version, so I'm not just going to continue playing, and you guys can keep watching. On Booredatwork, you can head over to Board Gamers to check out the extended version of this review. But that's it, guys. If you have any questions or any comments, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Subscribe to Booredatwork on the top right hand corner, or Board Gamers on the top right hand corner, whichever channel you're watching on, and Booredatwork on the top left. So this is Thunder E saying thank you, and always enjoy your entertainment.